Right here in San Diego, the new weekly supply of homes, the new homes coming on the market, is outpacing the demand in the San Diego real estate market by a wide margin right now. In this video, we're going to dive into where that compares to last year, how we know demand is down a little bit, and also what that means going forward if we do see supply continue to outpace demand right here in San Diego. And as a quick reminder, I'm Chris Erickson. We have a real estate crew right here in San Diego. And if you are kicking around the idea of selling, buying, making the move, whatever the case may be, all of our contact info is right below. We also have an awesome buyer's guide right down below. So go check that out. You can get that downloaded for free and give you a little insight into that entire buying process, especially if you're thinking about buying in 2025. But let's get into it right now. So on the Redfin data center, we finally have some new data. As you can see down here, 2025 is starting to pop up. Now, some of it is still containing about a week of last year. So over these coming weeks, this will drop out. The latter part, December, when it was a little bit slow anyways, will drop out of the data. But nonetheless, it's telling a nice little picture here. So just starting with new listings, number of new homes coming on the market compared to last year, this says 410. I'm going to show you actually what came onto the market this week, but nonetheless, this is going to give you a good trend of what's happening. So where we compare to last year. So even though the number of new listings is down a very, very small amount compared to last year, this chart right here is giving us pending sales. How many homes are going under contract during a given week? You can see we're down significantly from last year. So we're down about 14.7%. And when, like I said, I'm going to show you the real numbers here in a sec. Once I show you that, the numbers are even different. So when I say real numbers, I'm talking about like what happened last week. This is taking into account the last 4 weeks and kind of averaging it out. So we do have some of that December in there, but there was 313 pending sales. But compared to last year, this time there was about 339 to 367, somewhere in that little time zone right there. So pending sales gives us a good indication of demand. How many homes are people buying? And then active listings, homes that are on the market, including those new listings, we are about 21% above last year. So within San Diego County, there's just under 4,000 active listings for this time frame right here, the past 4 weeks, averaging that out. And weeks supply of inventory. Usually we go month supply, but Redfin breaks it down by weeks supply. So there was just shy of 12 weeks supply of homes for sale. So 11.9, compare that to last year, was sitting about 10.9. So we're up 1 full week compared to this time last year. This has given us a good indication of, once again, supply and demand. The higher this number goes, the more we're moving towards a buyer's market, the more homes are sitting, or the more homes are coming on the market and not getting absorbed from the number of buyers out there. The lower this number goes, it indicates a stronger seller's market. So as you drop down in our typical buying season, this is usually when we have the most buyers come out right here in San Diego. As we get into February, March, going into April, that's when homes will sell quicker. That's when there's more buyers out there. That's just when there's more movement within the market. And during that time, with more buyers equals more competition for the number of homes that are on the market, equals a lower month's supply of inventory. So that number will drop, as you can see it did right here. So last year we were hovering during that time, just about 2 months supply of inventory. So right here in San Diego, a balanced market is about 4 months of inventory, or about 16 weeks, where you have equal amount of buyers, equal amount of sellers. Neither one has kind of the upper hand on the market. We're not in a heavy buyer's market where you're getting deep discounts, but we're not in a seller's market where you're getting multiple offers and that price bid up. So anytime we drop below that, like I said, more towards the seller's market. Anytime above that, you start to skew a little bit more towards a buyer's market. All right, now looking at new listings, pending, and active inventory. So this is from a chart on a weekly newsletter I get from a local investor here in San Diego. They break this down every single week, give their insight. So I'll break that down in future videos as well, let you know what the investment community is thinking out there. And these guys do cash offers. This isn't sponsored or anything, but if you guys do need a quick sale, hit me up and I'll put you in connection with these guys and we'll get you a quick cash offer. But nonetheless, here is what they put together, and like I said, updated for the week. Here's the demand gap that we're talking about here. The bottom line right here is the new pending sales. That's the demand side. This top line here where we saw a little tick down is new listings, including the coming soon properties that are coming to the market. So right here, the demand gap, as that widens, it becomes more of a buyer's market. It doesn't happen overnight, but as we get more homes and less buyers, we do see a softening in the market. So if this continues and this gap widens, you could expect the market right here in San Diego to soften a little bit. And softening meaning buyers start to have the upper hand, prices might dip a little bit. Compare that to where they have circled here last year. You can see the gap in this week right here where you have January 19th through the 25th. There was a gap, right? There was a little gap, but it wasn't as big as this right here. And a few other things from the charts right here. Don't mind this bottom line. That's just going into percentages. Let's check out this line right here. This is the average sales to list price ratio. So last year, right around this time, the average list to sales price, how close to the actual asking price were offers getting? It was about 99, just over 99%. This year, in the first few weeks of the year, you can see we're down a little bit. Once again, a little bit of softness in the market, at least for these initial weeks going into 2025. And part of the reason why buyers are still sitting on the sideline for a few reasons: affordability, part of that due to interest rates. Now, interest rates, I just checked them out right now. They were about 7.07% as of recording this. Last year, they weren't too much below that, but they did have a 6 handle on it. It was about 6.9%. So interest rates were still elevated back then, but we didn't have that big of a gap. So there's a few other things in play right now. We're gonna keep an eye on it and let you know. And when I'm talking about all these rates and what's going on in the market, it's more important to know what's going on in your market, in your specific situation. Interest rates could be different. I'm just showing you kind of the averages for specific borrowers. When I'm talking about numbers, that's for the county of San Diego. Within certain pockets, it could definitely be a seller's market where we're seeing a lot more demand in certain price points. In certain areas, it could be more skewed towards a buyer's market, more opportunity for buyers out there. So it's important to know what's going on in your neck of the woods. And if you guys are thinking about making the move, whether you're buying, selling, relocating, investing, whatever the case may be, and you have some more questions, you want to start that conversation, I'm Chris Erickson. All of our contact info is right below. Let's get that conversation rolling so we can really dive into what you're actually looking for and your specific situation, because we got your back when making the move here in San Diego.